Hey ladies, every year during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, I get so excited about fall trends. So I'm going to talk about my top 5 new season trends that I saw at the sale, but they're also showing up at other retailers. So you will see a variety of items in this video. And these are just items that kind of stuck out to me, that inspired me. So I wanted to share them with you. And also, if you want to check out my Nordstrom try on haul and my preview top picks videos, I will link them at the end of the video for you. So thanks so much for watching, and remember to love your neighbor and be kind. This trend is probably my absolute favorite trend for the season, and I'm calling this serious suede because they are really serious about their suede items, whether it's real suede or faux suede, and you're going to find it in lots of different categories. And I want to start with boots because I think you're going to find ankle boots, and there's loads of options, but my favorite option that I found in the Nordstrom anniversary sale was this rag and bone one. I got this and it was in my try on haul, and it's in a sand color, and I loved it so much that I ordered it in the black. And this is the richest black suede boot I have ever seen, and that's why I love suede, because it does look rich and it has more of a matte finish, so there's a little more texture there, and I just think it looks and feels more expensive. And so I really love that one. But if you can't afford that price, which it's at a really good price, then definitely look at some of the other suede ankle boots because they were kind of everywhere. And also the knee-high boots in suede. I love these because they're soft and comfortable. And I wanted to show you this Blondo one because it's in a navy suede, which how often do we see navy shoes and navy suede shoes? So I thought this knee-high boot was amazing if you love wearing the navy shoes. And there's going to be a lot of blues this season too, so it might be a fun option to have. I also love these mules. You're going to see a lot of mules in suede, and this one with the square toe. This is from Anthropologie. I just thought it was an easy shoe to transition into the fall, and you could also wear these in the fall, but I think they're so pretty. And I also love just a classic loafer. If you love more classic styles, then maybe pull out some suede loafers that you have. I've seen a lot of leather options, and now I'm seeing a ton of suede, and I just think the suede looks so good. And I loved that red one, which is a Sam Edelman, and it is also in the Nordstrom sale. And this rag and bone sneaker I own, so I wanted to talk about it because I love it so much, and I'll show it to you. I did put this on in my haul as well, and I love the color of this, and I love the richness that suede gives a sneaker, and it just makes it look so elevated and a little more dressed up. And you're going to see a lot of options in suede sneakers this season, and some in some really cool colors like that one. And also handbags are a big category for suede materials, and I loved this one by And Other Stories. And I love it because it's a sand color. I think it's neutral and will go with a lot of things. And it was also $149 for a real suede bag, so I thought that was a great deal. I also loved this red one. If you want a pop of color and you want to add some red for the fall, this rich suede east-west bag was awesome. And then there's a lot of clothing items that I think are going to show up. Not a lot right now, but a good example is this trucker jacket and skirt combination. And I just thought this was so fresh and cool. And this is a Treasure and Bond set from the Nordstrom anniversary sale that is still available. Also, this great little shift dress came in this really beautiful brown, but it's also in a navy. And I just thought it was a really nice look. And this is faux suede, and it looks like real suede to me. I love that they can just mimic that and make it look so good. So the last thing I want to share with you is something that I had sent to me, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I just have not found the right opportunity to do so. So I thought this was a good opportunity since we're talking about suede. And if you love Uggs, this is the new classic micro boot, and it just has an updated low profile silhouette is what they call it. So your foot just fits down in there, and you do need to use this loop to kind of put it on the back of your heel, and then it stays on. And it is just my favorite to wear around the house, and I have worn this out when we've gone to Chick-fil-A and places because it's so comfortable, and I'm probably going to be living in this. But it's real suede and real shearling, and they are now out in stores. They came out in June, and on UGG.com. So I will link it there, but I'll also link it at Nordstrom because they have it in two colors there, and it's $150, and you would probably live in those, and they do stay on your foot really well. If you don't want the taller boot or the slide-in clog, this is a great kind of in-between one to have. Now I want to talk about the most popular color trend, which is beautiful brown. And there are going to be so many different colors of brown available. And I wanted to share this great dress from Anthropologie. And I saw this in person when I was shopping, and I loved the chocolate brown with the white polka dots. I thought it was so fun. And then it has this necktie that you can't see it. It's kind of laying flat on the dress in the photo, but I thought it would be cute tied up in a bow, but I just thought it was fun and feminine and chocolate brown. And I also love sweaters that come in chocolate brown because they just look so rich. And this wool and cashmere blend tunic sweater from Nordstrom is so good. I got it in the pink and didn't realize I had it in chocolate brown until I was starting this trends video, and I love this. And I also really am impressed by the monochromatic look. I've never really loved brown, to be honest with you, but this season I'm loving it. It's so rich and pretty, and I would totally wear that. And they do have the trousers available in the sale as well. And in the next photo, there's a blazer that goes with them that is really nice. So if you want a professional look and be on trend, then do a chocolate brown trouser and jacket, and I love it. And I think you could wear all three of those pieces together too if it gets really cold where you are. And I also love brown mixed with blue. And I think blue is going to be the second biggest color. It's not in my top 5. I'll probably talk about it in another trends video. But blue and brown are gorgeous together. And I loved this combination of the rust color brown with the blue. And these are both cast lawn pieces that I found in the sale that are still available. And I also love brown and leather. So I have lots of black leather jackets, and I think I need to get a brown one now. And I loved this one from Open Edit. It has kind of a pebbled leather to it, or it's a faux leather, and I just thought it was so good. And it is in the sale, and I think they have it in burgundy as well, but I thought the brown was fun. And this really inspires me because she probably didn't do this, she's a model, but they paired the jacket in brown with a black dress. So I love black and brown combinations, so that's a great inspiration for me. And I also love this bag, which is chocolate brown, and it's leather, not suede, and it looks so rich and beautiful. And it was a new drop by Dolce Vita at Anthropologie, and I thought it was like that perfect little shoulder bag that could go with anything. And I also love this Sam Edelman Woods knee-high boot that's in the Nordstrom sale. I got it in the caramel color, which I should have it here to show you, and I don't, but this is a beautiful, beautiful boot in the chocolate brown. And chocolate brown boots, if you're going to wear a lot of chocolate brown, I think a chocolate brown suede, really rich one is a good way to go. This next trend probably is not going to surprise you because we're seeing it everywhere already, but it's wearable Western. And I think this trend is getting to its peak because it is everywhere for the fall already. And I wanted to show you some cute pieces. So the first one I found was this denim dress, and I loved the way this dress fits on the body and has the Western influence with all the cutouts and things, but it also is paired with some cow print calf hair knee-high boots, which I thought just completed the Western look of this. And keep those in the back of your mind as we continue on. But we're going to see a lot of denim that's Western influenced, a lot of your jean jackets and things like that. So I think it's going to be fun. But I also wanted to show you this picture of this plaid shirt that's really cute. And then she has skinny jeans on, and there is a pair of fringe knee-high boots on her. And there's also a bandana wrapped around the waist. So you've got a lot going on with Western in this outfit if you want to be really on trend. But I thought it was really, really cute if you love these styles. But I also wanted to include some more, I don't know, fun classic things that you wouldn't think would be Western. And I thought these cutout boots were really neat. And these are by Dolce Vita, and they look like they're a suede. And I love the cutouts. I think that is beautiful and very feminine. And then it's on a Western style boot. So we're going to see a lot of mix of different styles here in items. But I also love these knee-high fringe boots. These are in the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I tried these on, and I didn't want to pay the price for these for being a fringe boot because I didn't know if I would wear them that much. But if you think you will, These boots are amazing. They're real suede and so pretty, and they just added them in this color, which is a really light sand color. And if you want a more affordable option, like I would in a fringe boot, try these Walmart Time and True boots that I just found. And I did order the chocolate brown and they have a sand color. So I will link both of those for you. And I think this one's going to be awesome. I hope it fits my calf a little bit better than their boots normally do. But either way, this was a great option for $50. And here's an ankle boot that has a ton of fringe on it. And I just thought this was so cute. If you really love the fringe and love ankle boots, this would be a fun option. But you can either get subtle Western or you can get really Western. And we're going to have a lot of choices. I also love some of the jackets, and this Treasure and Bond real suede jacket from the Nordstrom sale is actually a lookalike to some really expensive versions, and this one is around $230. So I thought this was great, and the fringe does go all the way around the back. It goes up the sleeve and around the back, and it's so adorable. But they have it styled here with just a floral maxi skirt. So you can see that you can mix some of these pieces and just have a little bit of a Western flair. So the Western flair is in the jacket, and then she has the boots on that have some Western influence to them. But one thing that is new that we are seeing or going to see is cow print. Just like the boots, I said, hold those in the back of your mind, because cow print on shoes and bags. And I actually saw a jacket in the Nordstrom sale that sold out that was a faux fur cow print. So cow prints are coming on strong. And so I wanted to include this flat if you want to add that cow print. And this is calf hair. So this is by Steve Madden in the Nordstrom sale. And I thought it was a really cute option. But if you're a sneaker gal, you're also going to have the option for cow print. We had leopard print last year. We're still going to have leopard print, but we're going to have cow print this year. And this is also a calf hair sneaker. And I love the Dolce Vita Notice sneakers. I think they are so good. But if you want to add a handbag, or I don't know, if you want to add a jacket, I think we're going to see lots and lots of options in this cow print. So if you don't love the wearable Western trend, maybe you'll like the frilly and feminine trend. And actually, I think that you could mix them up. So if you love both, even better. But the first thing I want to talk about is this Reese top, because I love the chiffon material and how it's layered and it's really flowy. And it just feels very romantic to me. And it was a great example of what I think we're going to see a lot in blouses for the fall. And so this is in the Nordstrom sale, and it is still available. And we're also going to see this in dresses. So a lot of the chiffon sheer style dresses, and a lot of them will have, the slips underneath, which is good. And, the sleeve is usually sheer, but you can have more coverage in the body. So I thought this was a great option. I loved the pink in this one. And it also made me want to mention the ruffles. That's why I picked it, because ruffles are going to be on trend still as well. So that feminine detail. And a lot of lace is showing up. And I wasn't sure it was going to continue, but it's continued for a while. I feel like I've talked about lace almost every trends fall video, but this year we're going to see a lot of beautiful colors. So I loved this red. And I thought this top just kind of slipped away from me in the anniversary sale. It's by BP, and it's like $25, and it comes in 3 colors if you're not interested in the burgundy. But I thought it was a great little layering piece. So it's just a little camisole that can go under sweaters and things, or you could wear it by itself. But I also loved this dress by Steve Madden that was in the sale. I loved the chocolate brown, and I actually think a dress like this is great because you could dress it up with heels, or you could wear your knee-high boots like they have styled it here. And I also want to mention puff sleeves, because this is part of the frilly and feminine details. And people always say, are puff sleeves ever going to go away? And I hope they don't, because I think they just bring a lot of interest to a top. So you have this denim top that could be really boring with a regular shirt sleeve, and they've added the puff sleeve that has the little cuff and the little frill at the end of it, and it just gives it a very different look. So I'm glad we're seeing these details. And I also wanted to show you this cute little tie front top, because we're seeing a lot of that tie front style in cardigans and things. So I think that's going to continue. But I thought this was a fun iteration and just was very feminine and frilly. So probably more frilly than feminine, because it does have, the embroidery and the ruffles and the very puff sleeve on it. But I thought it was really cute. And also, I wanted to show this plaid shirt again. I showed it. I don't know if you remember the Western look with the yellow button up that she had tied. This is the same shirt. And I love that they added the ruffle to the shoulder here. And they just made a plaid shirt that could be very boring and just a regular button up. And they made it cute. And they also styled it very Western because it's Western cute. So I loved this. I thought it was fun. And I also wanted to show you this little bag, which is a suede bag, and it has rosettes on it, which are something that has been around, and I think we're still going to see some of it, but I just thought that was a nice touch to an otherwise what could be a very boring bag. This trend was a surprise to me that I saw so much of it, and since I did, I had to include it in this video, and it's amazing animal print. Mostly leopard, but you're going to see some other prints as well. And I wanted to share some unique pieces that I found. And the first one is this pair of suede knee-high boots in leopard print. So you have suede and then you have leopard print. So you have two trends in one. And I just thought these were so cool. And also a rain jacket that is such a classic leopard print. I thought it was so fun and could live in your closet forever. And this is at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. They also had cold weather coats available that were blends of wool and polyester. So those were pretty awesome too in the leopard print. But handbags, I haven't seen a lot of leopard handbags, but I found this spotted one that is made out of calf hair as well. And this is the same style bag as the red East-West bag that I showed you. So they had the red suede and then they had this one. And I just thought it was unique and fun. And also scarves are going to be huge for the fall and winter, and these silk scarves that you can put in your hair, wrap around your neck or even your waist. And this one was in the Nordstrom sale and I completely missed it until I did this video, and it's leopard print and it's real silk and it's only $46. So I thought that was awesome. And I've also seen dresses that are a little bit dressier. So we're used to seeing casual items in leopard print, but when you see a dressier dress in leopard print, it kind of makes you think about it for a minute, but I thought that one was pretty, and that one is in the Nordstrom sale. I also found this really cool kind of abstract animal print on this dress that it's hard to tell which animal print it is, but I just thought this dress was so cool, and I think we're going to see lots of fun options like this as well. And then I found my favorite Colette crop pants from Anthropologie with a ruffle around the hem, so you're frilly and feminine, and also in leopard print, which is just so cute. And you could wear these right now. And then I had to add this as my last option because I just died when I saw this. I thought it was so adorable. It's a denim pet jacket. So if you have a small pet, look at this because I just think it's so cool. And when you see animal print on things for your animals, you know it's got to be a big trend, right? So I would love to know which trend was your favorite. And I will also include my Nordstrom playlist here if you want to check out the try on haul or my preview picks video, because this is the best sale I have ever been to. And I have been to several of them. So I think it is worth shopping. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.